Hi, welcome to the first episode of BOP, where we combine martial arts and music, and not necessarily in that order. My name's Les Treboni, and this is Quinn Lawrence. My background, I've been studying martial arts for 27 years, Hapkido and Taekwondo. Mr. Lawrence is our musician, but is also a black belt in Judo and Taekwondo. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about your music.
Yes, I've been playing music for over 20 years. My main focus has been jazz. I've attended Eastman School of Music and University of Cincinnati. And today we're going to draw the similarities between martial arts and jazz, since both require learning the basics and both require
Free form and inventiveness. You have to change on the spot, change direction, change chords, change notes, change your moves. It's got to be spontaneous, but that spontaneity has to grow out of your knowledge. So hopefully we're going to give you a little entertainment that includes some really wild fireworks, and then we're going to do some martial arts too. Okay? We're going to show a few techniques from Taekwondo and from Hapkido. Taekwondo tends to be more direct, more linear. Hapkido is more circular and more fluid. Both are very powerful done properly. And done improperly, both are pretty much useless. So let's give it a try. So first, you said defense against street punch. Okay, go. Back. So again, get straight punching. Weapons, we also have various techniques for that. Let's come back here. I want all of them. I'm going to need it.
Shihan Crudup has over 27 years of martial arts training and experience. A graduate of Tarkio College, Tarkio, Missouri, he holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in Business Administration. During his football career at Tarkio College, Randy served as team captain for 3 years and received all-conference and all-district honors for 3 consecutive years. In 2005, he was inducted into Tarkio College Football Hall of Fame. He currently serves as co-chairman of Tarkio College Hall of Fame Nomination Committee and is an Alumni Association board member.
I guess I'd like to start off by asking, you were formerly involved in the insurance industry as well as teaching part-time. So I guess in 2009 you decided to move over to martial arts full-time. I guess thereby moving from one sort of self-defense to another. So could you explain how you decided to make that move?
Well, in 1979, coming out of college, I went right into the insurance industry as an insurance investigator. And then in '82, I moved to Rochester. I got involved in martial arts in '85. And I continued training. I loved the martial arts, had developed a passion for it, training with my daughter and traveling the country, competing on the national level. I just continued enjoying it, and then I had to make a decision. Can I make a go of this full time? I was working as an instructor with my instructor, Grandmaster Amos Postway, and we talked about it many days after classes about transitioning into the martial arts. So I had an opportunity to teach part-time at another school. And then in 2008, with a couple of my friends, I called my prayer partners. We believe in the power of prayer. We prayed about it. And then at that point, I decided to step out on faith and move forward into the martial arts, and have not looked back since. Been moving forward ever since.
So no regrets for the change?
I have no regrets, sir.
Well, it's wonderful
Some
to do
people always ask me, why don't you come back in the insurance industry? I said, no, this is what I'm doing.
I see. Speaking of what you're doing, I look at the list here. Chiakawa Kung Fu.
Taiakwa.
Taiakwa. I see. I knew I was going to get that wrong.
That's
Taiakwa
okay.
Kung Fu American System, which is combining karate, kickboxing, submission grappling, aikido, and taekwondo. That's quite a collection of arts. How did that? Can you tell us about how that came about?
It's just like a mixture of different styles. You have in our Taiakwa system, we do a lot of kicks similar to the taekwondo practitioners. Then your Kung Fu, you have your soft and your hard style movements. So we incorporate that. Aiki Jiu-Jitsu, we're locking, taking people down, getting them to submit. Our kickboxing, we're utilizing our knees, our low kicks. So all that blends into one system. So it's effective against any style or any individual. So that's how we continue to constantly blend it, our Taiakwa system.
I see. So you can bring any one of the arts to counter a different art that you might be defending yourself against.
Hopefully we can, and I think we can, because again, you know, if you're defending yourself against another art, is what technique's going to come. There are a lot of similarities. Whatever we do, it's just how we change the various angles, the various movements, and one may go to the left, the other may go to the right, but they're all very effective.
And what do you feel that you've brought to the art yourself? What's your contribution to this system?
My contribution, first of all, is I like to make sure to martial arts I always bring integrity. Integrity, passion, and also I believe in that each one teach one. So we have a responsibility to come to the art to teach not just how to punch, kick, but that martial arts is a way of life. The integrity, the modesty, the perseverance, and also your indomitable spirit, which comes from within. So, and also the fact that always do good and help others. So that is what we look at. Some people look at it, well, let me go out and see who I can beat up, or let's go pick a fight. That's not what it's about. It's about taking care of yourself and learning how to keep your control of your emotions. That's where your self-discipline and passion is coming in, because it helps you guide your way throughout life.
You mentioned that the guidance in life and maintaining integrity. I noticed that you're very active in the community. Would you say that's an outgrowth of wanting to spread that sort of thing? Working with, you have an anti-bullying program. Would you consider that the part of the cloth of sharing with the community?
It is. A lot of our young people today, they're being dealt with harshly because they're different. Could be their hair, the way they dress, their weight, color of their skin. People want to pick on them. But again, teaching them and making sure that they feel comfortable and learning how to do some basic techniques just to defend themselves, and also building up the confidence. So you can say, hey, what you say doesn't offend me. I am who I am, and I'm going to be who I am, regardless of what you do. But again, don't put your hands on me. But again, that you can walk away knowing that you can take care of yourself. And we also do domestic violence seminars. You get involved with situations. Maybe get caught up in a confrontation where you can't get out. We teach some basic self-defense techniques to the ladies so they can learn some of the things to get away so they can get help. We're not teaching them to be black belts, but get yourself out of that situation, get to the nearest area where you can get help, and then move forward with your life.
That's an interesting point, because a lot of arts will stress situational awareness. Is that something that you emphasize? In other words, you can't get hit if you're not there, so to speak.
Well, you have to. And you have to always express that in situational awareness, just like today. A lot of our young teens and our adults also walk around with cell phones, texting, on the phone, parking lot, malls, walking down the street. But they're not aware of their surroundings. They're not watching what's going on around them. Then all of a sudden they're assaulted. So we try to tell them, be aware of your surroundings. This is what can happen when you're not aware, when you're not focused sometimes. And it's not just a scare tactic, but it's reality. You never know. You never know what may come at you, and you have to always be in a position to say, if it does happen, what am I going to do? So be aware of the situation. You know, if you're in an area that is really not safe, your antennas should go up.
Sir, I see. It's very interesting. Well, how would you like to show us some of your techniques? Let's see how this works in action.
Fantastic. Love to.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Grab. Yes, sir.
A lot of times this is what's going to happen. So again.
Hey! Hey! Still got your arm. Hey! Hey! Oh. Bah! Retake.
Punch. Go. Yes, sir.
Boom, boom. Oh. Choke. Side choke.
Side choke.
Push it. Both hands outside.
Both hands on side.
Just
Oh, like so?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Come on, top punch. Hey! Hey! Ay! Oh, breath. Shoulder breath. Hey! Ay! Ay!
Okay. One last thing, Shihan Randy was showing us some techniques. Martial arts are similar. I mean, the human body only bends certain ways, so you tend to see certain techniques repeating. And one thing he did earlier, which I noticed, he came at it from a different angle. But this one, outside?
Outside.
This one was interesting because it's one we use, and back in my old school, we had this cop, and he said the police really like using this, though I don't see where this would happen, but it just came in like this. And now this may not look like much, but unless your wrist can fold over, this is pretty nasty. And she had exactly that same technique earlier. And it's just interesting. And I throw that in because you will see variations, but you will see the same techniques repeating over and over again in different ways. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
And Shihan,
Sir.
thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Okay.
Hello, today we have with us Joe Santora and Emily Kirchoff. They've been playing together for the past 8 years. And Joe, can you tell us about how you and Emily met and how that began?
Well, I was teaching college, and I met Emily as a student. She auditioned for my jazz program, and I was thoroughly impressed when she sang. It took about 30 seconds of me hearing her sing, you know, at the time. And she, you know, she knew a couple of jazz tunes, and I mean, the rest is history. I mean, her improvisational skills at 22 years old were ridiculous. So then when I retired from teaching, you know, we landed a great gig in Penfield at Michael's Valley Grill, working 3 nights a week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, starting in October of '05. And we're still there now. And, you know, and a bunch of other places. You know, Emily and I have worked all over Rochester. And, of course, we have a drummer with us now.
Okay. Who's the drummer?
Well, the drummer is Curtis Kendrick. Curtis and I played together. We were on the road together during the 1980s. with a band called Cabo Frio.
Yes.
So we toured the country, and
Very
now
nice.
Curtis is with me, and it's great having him. He's, you know, wonderful. He's really learned how to play jazz real well, you know, because he's a funk player. You know, so.
I understand. Okay. So talk about the repertoire with you and Emily play.
Oh, goodness me. As you know, her book is about 130 tunes long, you know, a lot of American songbook stuff, a lot of Latin stuff, you know, even some waltzes by Henry Mancini, Moon River, Charade, some funk tunes, a lot of great ballads, Christmas songs. And Emily also plays violin, too. So
Very
she
nice.
brings the violin out sometimes, and, you know, does a great version of Tico Tico. So.
Very nice. So the band consists of the two of you and Curtis Kendricks. So so I take it that you cover the left-hand bass?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, I've been making my living with my left hand for about the last 8 years. So,
Very nice.
It's great.
Very nice.
Well, bass was my second instrument growing up too, so I played upright bass.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, so I guess we can go into tune if you want to play something. Can you talk about the tune that you're going to play?
Yes, this is what we're going to do. I'm Beginning to See the Light.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for the afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. I used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a form of fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. Now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never went back at firefly, but now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for the afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. Now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. I used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's for a long fire now. I never made love by a lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. Now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for the afterglow or candlelight or on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. I used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a for a long fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. Now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. my window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, those summer kisses, those sunburned hands that I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon our hero will into song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, whenever autumn leaves start to fall. Falling leaves drip by my window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, those sunburned hands that I used to hold. Since you went away, the days go long, and soon I'll hear winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, whenever autumn leaves start to fall. Falling leaves drip by my window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, those sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I hear old winter song. I miss you most of all, my darling, whenever autumn leaves start to whenever autumn leaves start to fall.
I'm ready to strike you. Cause you can. I ain't snapping your eyes. I'm scratching your eyes out. Can't see. I'm gone. I don't have to stand there and fight you. I don't have to stand there and fight you. My thing is getting out of the situation and getting and go. Because if you get upset, hit your buddy. You hit my buddy. That's what's gonna happen in the street. Back in my day, it was, let's go. We duked it out. Then it was nice. Every now and then you get stick. Now everybody want to shoot everybody. So why I'm gonna sit there and tell you that, hey, sir, I'm a 5th degree black belt. Oh shoot, I ain't gonna mess with him. I'm gonna get him a piece. I would. I would.